your least favorite part of your job? I hear this from so many women that they love working with their clients, they love marketing, they love sharing their expertise, but they don't love the selling part. If that's you, this should help a lot because most of the reason that people don't like sales comes from a mindset about sales that tells you that it's icky or pushy or you're being out of integrity. If any of that resonates with you, today is for you. There are three top limiting beliefs that I hear a lot from women entrepreneurs and women working for women entrepreneurs in sales about why they don't like to sell. And the very first one is that they feel like they're being out of integrity when they're selling, that somehow it's like a role that they have to put on and they don't like it. And it reminds them of a used car salesman. Or we had one woman whose father was in real estate and he would sell all day. And he would come home in his suit and he would still kind of be in like sales mode. And she really didn't like that. She felt like he wasn't even really present for her as her father. He was still like in this selling mode. So that's an extreme example, but we all have some image of a salesperson and it doesn't match up with who we think we are and our values and the way we like to show up. So that's the first limiting belief that can get in your way. The reframe for that is to really trade the word selling for the word serving in your mind. You'll find that if you talk to friends of yours who love to sell, or maybe someone who's even in a sales role, they'll usually all have one thing in common, which is that they see their job as serving people. It's not about getting someone to do something. This is not a do to experience. Selling should be a do with experience, where you're figuring out what's the problem this person has. Can I help them solve it? How can I serve them at the highest level? So this is the first big mindset transformation you'll need to make if you want to stop hating sales and get better at it. Is trade selling for serving, and that will change everything. The second limiting belief I hear a lot is that selling is pushy. It's something where you have to force people to say yes to you. I had one woman say to me, "Oh, you're so good at sales, Julia. You just have that killer instinct." And it's not at all about having a killer instinct. It's about being a good listener. It's about knowing how to listen for the problems of your client and then having the sales skills and tools to know what to do when you know what those problems are. Solving the mindset is just the first thing. And then you need to get the training, the sales training on top of this better mindset. But that second limiting belief I hear a lot is I just don't have that killer instinct. I'm not pushy or aggressive enough. When in fact, the reframe is it's about listening. It's about caring. It's about figuring out what is at stake for your client. There's a lot of psychology involved in sales. In fact, if you went into it like, I'm going to get them to say yes, I've got that killer instinct, you would not be as good at sales as someone who's very caring and listening and coming from a place of really wanting to help people. So when women learn that, as we often tend to be quite empathetic and very comfortable caretaking, it sometimes shifts everything for them around sales. And then the third thing I hear a lot is that sales is just like this bitter pill that you need to swallow in order to get to the part you like, which is serving your clients and customers. And that will also keep you from showing up the way you want to show up in sales. A great reframe for the bitter pill is to realize that when you're on a call or in a meeting with a potential client, it's the beginning of working with them. It's the beginning of the relationship. It's the beginning of showing how you can help and being empathetic and teasing out, what is this problem? What's the problem you're having? How long have you had it? Is it a right now problem or is it in a 6 months or 1 year problem? Am I even the right person to solve it? If you're not the right person to solve the problem, you could refer them to someone else. At Million Dollar Women, we have 12 partners of other women's organizations. So if someone has a problem we can't solve, we're always happy to refer them out. So that's a great way to reframe this whole sales as a bitter pill. Once you start realizing that this is just the first step in working with your clients and customers, it becomes a lot easier to do that. So let's go back over these 3 limiting beliefs real quick. So the first one we hear all the time is sales is pushy, it's out of integrity, it's a do to, not a do with. And you want to replace that with selling is serving. It's serving your clients and customers. The second thing is you have to have some killer instinct in order to sell. When the reframe is you have to be caring, you have to be a good listener, You have to know what to listen for and help guide your client through a process in order to get them to the place where they can sign up and work with you. And the third thing is sales is a bitter pill. In fact, sales is the beginning of the relationship with your client or customer. So enjoy that. It's a privilege to be on the phone with them. They probably didn't wake up that morning and decide to set up a call with you. They've probably been trying to solve this problem in a myriad of ways. And now they're finally with you. It's a very precious moment that you have with them. I hope that helps to shift some of your limiting beliefs around sales so you can start closing more deals. And once you get that right, if you want help with the rest of the closing, that's what we teach in my sales training program. It's called Sales Cure Live. And the last one of 2025 is starting this week. So reach out if you're interested in joining our sales sprint and learning how to close, how to overcome objections, all the things you'll be ready for after you have this mindset shift. I hope you have a good fall of closing deals, and I will see you right back here soon. In the meantime, stay brave and go big.